are so glad that you are here.
Mrs. Millie, guess what I dressed up for Halloween?
I see a black cape. Are you a vampire?
Well, it turns into a vampire sometimes.
Little black ears. You must be a bat.
Yeah! Good job, Mrs. Millie.
For today's special Halloween episode, we will be making some simple Halloween snacks.
Ooh, that sounds fun. Do we cook for this?
No, we don't cook for this, but we will be using a sharp knife, so make sure you have a grown-up around to help with that part.
Remember to ask permission before you make anything. Now let's begin.
Today I have my friend Ander to help us out.
Hello, Ender. Hello. Mrs. Millie, what snacks are we going to make first?
The first snack we're going to make are banana ghosts.
Ooh, what do we need for that?
We need bananas and chocolate chips, and we also need a knife.
That's it?
Yep.
Wow, that's not much at all.
Yep, these are really simple, and I bet you could do it by yourself.
What do we do first?
The first thing we do is we peel the banana.
How do you peel a banana?
There's actually two different ways that you can peel a banana. I like to do it this way, where you pinch this side and then you peel it. Or some people just pull it that way. The way you peel it is up to you. Just get the peel off.
I like pulling the stem back.
Yeah.
It's so simple. Good job, Ander.
Good job. And then sometimes there's this little black thing on the end, and just take that off. Next, we're going to take our knife and cut our banana in half. Here you go. Good job. Then we are going to take our chocolate chips, and we need 3 chocolate chips per half. So you're going to take 1 chocolate chip and squish it in for an eye. And then take another chocolate chip, squish it in for another eye. Then take one last one and squish it in for the mouth. There you go. Ooh.
Woo!
Very cool. And then we do it for the next one. And also, if you want to use mini chocolate chips, you can, if you want a little smaller eyes. But whatever size you have works just fine.
Wow! It looks like a little banana ghost! It's so cute! And that was really simple!
It is really simple. I bet you could do it by yourself.
What are we going to make next?
Next, we are going to make some little snacks using clementines.
What do we need for this?
We need clementines, some celery, some permanent markers, and a sharp knife. Now be careful with the sharp knife. If you don't know how to use a sharp knife yet, have a grown-up help you.
I'm excited for this one!
This is a fun one. If you're going to leave the peel on, then we're going to take a permanent marker and draw a jack-o'-lantern face. So Heidi, go ahead and grab one and grab a marker. You both did such a good job on your jack-o'-lantern clementines.
Thank you! Thank you! Bye!
Okay, now we're going to do a Clementine pumpkin with the peel off. So for this one, we're going to peel our clementine.
That's delicious!
And then take any strings you want off. You can keep some of them on if you want. And try to keep it together if you can. Some of them might fall apart.
You're doing so good, Heidi!
Then we're going to take a piece of celery and we're going to cut a tiny little stem. I will do this part. So I'm going to make a tunnel with my finger and put the knife between my fingers and hold it. Then I'm going to cut through. Then you cut it again because you want it really small. Now, I made it about maybe an inch-ish. And then we're going to take that piece and stick it in the middle. And if it's together, it'll stay. And now you have a little pumpkin.
It's so cute! It's a tiny pumpkin! What is our next yummy delicious snack?
Next, we are going to make witch's brooms.
What do we need for that?
We need string cheese, pretzel sticks,
Yum!
and either celery, or you could also use some green onions, or even just a piece of string.
We also need a knife. What do we do first?
First, we're going to open our string cheese. Andrew, do you want to open our string cheese for us? Sometimes these can be tricky to open.
What next?
But you got it. Good job.
What next?
Next, we're going to cut our string cheese into 3 equal pieces. Now, if they're not exactly the same, that's okay, but try to make them as equal as you can.
I love string cheese. It's so stringy.
So you're going to take your knife and just cut it. Boop.
Boop.
And cut.
That's what my dad always says. Boop.
Okay, now we're going to take our piece of string cheese. So, Andrew, you can grab that and take the part that you cut and kind of break it up into the strings. Now, you want to keep this side as together as you can, so don't pull it all the way apart. You just want to separate it a little bit to make it a bit stringy.
It is looking pretty stringy. What now?
Now we're going to take our celery and we're actually going to peel another string off the celery like this. 'Cause
Like
we
a
want that.
string.
Yep, we want that long, skinny string. Andrew, do you want to pull one off?
I want to pull one off.
Celery can be really stringy, so just pull those strings right off.
What now?
Now we're going to take our pretzels and put them in the end. So take your pretzel and just push it in. Just like that. Yep. This one's falling apart a little bit, and that's okay. We're going to use our celery string to kind of tie it together anyway. Okay, so now we need to take our celery string and we're going to tie it around the top. And it doesn't have to be a tight knot, just kind of tie it. So just tie it like that. Celery can be a bit slippery, so it might be a little tricky. And if you want to use just a piece of string, you can.
Wow! It looks like a little cute broom! What a great little Halloween snack! Now what are we going to make?
Now we're going to make some apple monsters.
Oh, I'm so excited! I love apples! And monsters. What do we need?
We need apples, peanut butter, or any kind of nut butter, or not nut butter will do. You can use some butter or wow butter if you have a peanut allergy or nut allergy. We need some crispy rice cereal, some chocolate chips, and some red and green grapes. We also need a sharp knife to cut our apple and to cut our grapes. So if you don't know how to use a sharp knife yet, make sure you have a grown-up to help you out with that part.
Sounds great! What do we do first?
First, we need to cut our apple. So I will do this part. So I'm going to make a tunnel with my hands and put it over the apple, put the knife in between, and cut down the middle.
Woohoo!
Then I'm going to cut down the middle again.
Down the middle!
And again.
Again!
And then we want to cut this core out. So we want to be very careful not to cut ourselves.
Don't cut yourself!
Now we're going to cut each part into 4 pieces. So we're going to cut it in half again, and then each piece into half again. Half again. Half again. So in the end, you will have 16 pieces, and that'll make 8 apple monsters because you need 2 pieces for each one.
What do we do next?
Now we're going to take our apples and we're going to spread the peanut butter on it.
I love apples with peanut butter!
Me too. You're going to pick your 2 pieces that match up. So go ahead and pick 2 that match up. And then you're going to put the peanut butter on one side of each. It's the side that go together. So we'll bring the peanut butter closer. And you're going to put it on one side. And it can be a little tricky. You kind of got to smash it into the apple so that it doesn't slip around. Now that we have peanut butter on both sides of our apple, we're going to put them together. You want one of them to go up and down and one of them to go side to side. So you're going to put one down and then stick it up so it sticks up because you want space for the teeth. Now we're going to add our eyes. We need green grapes and we're going to cut them the short way so that we get circles. So I will go ahead and cut these.
Green eyes are definitely spooky.
Yes, they are. And we'll cut a few red ones just in case someone wants red eyes. Now we're going to take some chocolate chips and push them into the middle of our eyes. So go ahead and pick which eyes you want and then take 2 chocolate chips.
Can I do one red and one green?
Sure. You can do it however you want to.
That would be really creepy,
Oh.
Heidi.
And then you just push it in.
Push!
And if it's not sticking, then you could use a little bit of peanut butter too. But if you push it pretty far in, then it should stay. Now we're going to take a little bit of peanut butter and put it on the other side of our eyes so we can stick them to our apples.
I think mine looks funny. Now it looks more like a monster. Do we have the teeth?
Yep, now we're going to add the teeth. So now we're going to use these crispy cereal and stick the teeth in.
I love crispy cereal.
Now this is also where you can make a choice too. If you want to add a tongue, then you can leave space for a tongue. But if you don't want a tongue, you don't have to put one.
How do you add a tongue?
To add a tongue, you just take a piece of grape that has skin all the way on that side, and you just put it in the middle, like that.
I got a tongue on mine.
Now this one can get a bit messy, and that's okay. Just make sure you clean up after yourself.
Wow! That looks like a scary but yummy, delicious monster. Great job, you guys. Thank you so much for helping us make yummy, delicious Halloween snacks.
Remember, the more you practice, the better you will get.
And it's okay to make mistakes. Just try to do better next time.
If you liked this video, push the thumbs up button and hit subscribe to see any of our future videos.
It's the big red rectangle.
And if you want to connect with us, or if you make any of our creations, tag us on Instagram @Kids Cooking School.
We would love to see what Halloween